Mommy, there's no plane up in the sky.
Right, good.
Did you see the frightened ones? Did you hear the falling bombs? Did you ever wonder why we had to run for shelter when the promise of a brave new world unfurled beneath the clear blue sky?
Apart from the beautiful neoclassical architecture and Cold War-era blockhouse estates, Warsaw, Poland is not unlike most westernized cities. You'll find your favorite department store, fast food chain, and even a hard rock cafe in the city's megamall, Złoty Tarasy, which is immediately adjacent to the central train station. Sadly, nearly 1.8 million Ukrainian refugees have passed through this location since late February.
В итоге нас посадили в один поезд, а второй поезд попал под обстрел. Нам просто повезло.
Буквально, который после нас поезд ехал, следующий после нас, его расстреляли. Погибли люди.
Да, нам повезло.
They're saying that they had the possibility to flee with a train, one train to Lviv, the other train to Uzhhorod. And it took them like 3 days to come to Lviv, but they took the train to Lviv and not to Uzhhorod. And then they realized that the second train, which was going after them, was shelled by the Russians. Not shelled, but shot, really. And a lot of people died. So they had like they think we had this luck not to take this train and to go to Lviv and to survive. And the train was full of people. There was no sitting places. All the people were like standing or lying on the floor or like exactly. So it's like a really panic, also chaos. And they are one of the first places which were bombed. And they will try to go to Germany if there will be a place for them. If not, they will go to Denmark, to the countries which are now like
Accepting refugees.
yeah, and don't have so much.
About a 4-hour drive southeast of Warsaw is the border town of Herbena, and that's where the majority of refugees have escaped their homeland. It's also where humanitarian missions stage and prepare to deliver supplies to Lviv or war-torn cities of Kharkiv, Mariupol, and even the capital city of Kyiv. It's also where I ran into Bob Unanwe, CEO of Goya Foods, who was on a mission to deliver aid from a much higher power.
So when we were looking for, when people were looking for food, we worked with this organization called GEM, Global Empowerment Mission, Michael Capone. And so we started delivering food to them, and they would distribute. They have some guys that go into Ukraine, delivering food and medicine, and also extracting some, this is another group, extracting children that are abandoned, really, in orphanages and things like that. Shannon Hasse, beautiful, very spiritual woman, and she offered me a rosary. She said, "Would you take this rosary?" And we said yes, but it didn't stop there. One rosary turned into 15,000 rosaries. Then she said, "Can you take them to the people of Ukraine?" Okay, so we packed up 15,000 rosaries in our suitcases and came over with a group.
I met Martin Bakovich and his associate Shemek Zabulski, who offered to take me to Lviv on a mission to deliver medical supplies. It took about 3 hours to pass through the Ukrainian side of the border, due to the continued threat of Russian spies and operatives who attempt entry with humanitarian convoys. The roads to Lviv were in disrepair, and every few miles we passed through military checkpoints, where photography was strictly prohibited. We finally arrived at an undisclosed location in Lviv that was guarded by private security armed with AK-47s. After unloading the truck, we headed towards city center to meet with another group to deliver several large hams, boots, gloves, and coats. The city was eerily quiet, windows were dark, and sculptures were encased in steel panels to protect them from the ravages of war, which is almost inevitable for Lviv.
We are on main square of old town in Lviv. This is the heart of this city, historical city, great heritage, old town hall on the left, beautiful buildings over there. Restaurant Atlas, very famous restaurant, historical restaurant in Lviv. So I like to be open. So I have in Lviv second family. Second family. I have a lot of friends who are heroes right now because they fight for Ukraine, of course, but they fight for Poland as well and for free Europe. And we have to remember about it. We have to remember about it. Look at this beautiful city, heritage, historical monuments. Look over there. There is monument. Right now is protected against bullets. Yeah. So, look, square is empty right now. In the standard time, without war, here is a lot of people, tourists from Poland, from Ukraine, from England, from the United States and other countries. So, I'm proud that I am Pole, that this is historical Polish town, but right now we respect this is Ukrainian town. So this is the symbol of our solidarity right now. Solidarity between Polish and Ukrainian nations. So I'd like to emphasize it. In this special place, historical place, Polish historical place, and right now Ukrainian place, beautiful city Lviv.
The citizens of Lviv are each doing their part to help provide what the army needs to fight the Russian insurgents, like this local library that was converted to a camouflage manufacturing facility. The cobblestone streets and architecture that dates as far back as the 15th century have stood the test of time. But there is an unnerving feeling that within days or weeks, this historical city could suffer unimaginable damage from Russian missiles and tank shelling.